What is going on, guys? Mike here with Chit Chat Gaming, and what an exciting day it is for us beat 'em up video game fans here. A series I grew up with here, a genre that I grew up with. I love beat 'em ups, and I love the more modern beat 'em ups as well too, especially from those old games. And I'm talking about Double Dragon. That's right, guys. Modus Games announced today. The developer Secret Base has announced that Double Dragon Gaiden: Rise of the Dragons will be releasing this summer for PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Switch, PC via Steam, pretty much everything here. And I, for one, am absolutely excited. It looks like it's going to run you about $39.99, which is the sweet point, the best price you can get for a game like this here. And I definitely will be going for the Nintendo Switch physical version of this game. So, ever since, back in the day here when I used to play Double Dragon 2 is definitely my all-time favorite Double Dragon. That was back in 1987 is when the original first released. And then we saw, of course, Double Dragon 4 release in 2017. But since then, we have not actually had a true, Double Dragon game. I, for one, love Double Dragon and Battletoads. I played that all the time. I actually have that on order still from Castlevania Games for the SNES. From Retrobit Games, and I'm excited to get that here. I have not received it yet, but I'm definitely excited for it. But again, though, we're here to talk about Double Dragon, Double Dragon's Gaiden, which all these games have Gaiden in them. It's really crazy. But Double Dragon Gaiden: Rise of the Dragons here. Ever since games like Turtles, Shredder's Revenge, games like Final Vendetta here, and games, of course, like Streets of Rage 4. I mean, it's been absolutely crazy. We've been having a bunch of great beat 'em up style games here. Games like River City Girls as well here too, and just so many other great titles out there as well too. So, but again, though, this game is something I'm really excited to talk about here. So I want to go and read a quick overview of the game from the Modus Games website here, going over Double Dragon: Rise of the Dragon, or Double Dragon Gaiden. I forgot. Rise of the Dragons. Yeah, this is a co-op beat 'em up. They did announce that there will be online available later on this year, but as of right now, it's going to be just a co-op game only, a local co-op game only, featuring tag team duos of fighters infused with roguelite elements, which I'm not too sure what exactly the roguelite elements means. It means I don't know if it's like you just fight, and when you lose everything. I'm not too sure. When it's game over, you lose everything. I'm not too sure how it's going to be. But again, the fighters are infused with roguelite elements to deliver a classically informed, highly replayable Double Dragon style brawls with new edge that will revolutionize an iconic franchise. New York City is under attack. I'm not going to go over all that here. So I want to go over and see here. Double Dragon Gaiden: Rise of Dragons gives players incredible, seamless tag team abilities and a multitude of strategies of devastating combos, defensive and offensive moves across the game's 13 unique playable characters. So that's kind of unique here. We only saw 4 playable characters in the trailer, but apparently it says 13 playable characters, so that's rather interesting. Series icons Billy and Jimmy Lee are joined by Marian, returning as a fully realized firearm-wielding range fighter, and newcomer Uncle Matin, a riot-shield-wielding powerhouse. Tag in and out as a classic duo or switch it up with different characters. So I like the whole idea that you can tag in and out as well too. With 2-player local co-op, like I said, play the action quadruples as you and a friend clean up the mean streets. Endless playthrough possibilities are made a reality with the game's dynamic mission select function. The order in which you choose your mission will affect the mission length, number of enemies, and overall difficulty. So that's where the roguelite must come into play here. Again, the order in which you choose your mission will affect the mission length, the number of enemies, and overall difficulty. So I'm assuming, like I said, that's where the roguelike style comes into play. Players choose between missions housed within city sectors, pursuing the leaders of 4 deadly gangs across unique stages packed with melee weapons, dangerously devoted members, and varied environments, perfect for all fights. Let's see here. Cash is earned by using a special KO on opponents, while health boosts are earned by performing crowd control moves, which are special KOs that knock out multiple enemies at once. That's interesting. Spend cash at the end of each stage to unlock powerful upgrades for your chosen characters, or choose to save up your cash. Experiment with different duos. Pursue alternate builds for your fighters through upgrades. That's kind of cool. And change the order in which they challenge the city's sinister gang leaders. Should a session end in defeat, players can convert any remaining cash into tokens usable to permanently unlock extra characters and bonuses in between sessions. So again, more of those roguelike content, making every battle serve a purpose. but buying a continue with that token to instead extend a promising round of gang slugging action is worth considering too. I do like that as well too. So definitely a different style of gameplay for the game, but again though, sounds very, very interesting, very, very intriguing. Double Dragon Gaiden Rise of the Dragons recalls the series' classic aesthetic feel with the refreshed pixel art visuals, sporting updated yet faithful appearances for both returning heroes and villains, and a stirring soundtrack that keeps players ready for the next fight. With unlockable bonuses, adjustable difficulty levels, that's interesting too, optional permadeath, and infinite modes. Double Dragon Gaiden Rise of the Dragons is a robust revisualization of the series' signature side-scrolling action game. Online cooperative, as we said earlier, is planned post-launch an update later this year. So again, there you have it, guys. Double Dragon Gaiden Rise of the Dragons coming out this summer here for $39.99, physical and digital, pretty much on all platforms. I, for one, like I said, love fight-ems. I love fight-em games. I love beat-em-up games. I cannot wait to get my hands on this. It makes me want to go back and play old Double Dragons here, especially Double Dragon 2. 3 was good, but 2 was definitely my favorites. Super Double Dragon is another classic here as well too on the Super Nintendo. Great game. And then of course, as I mentioned, we have Double Dragon 4, Double Dragon Neon, Battletoads and Double Dragon. So many different variants of this game here. So let me know down below what you guys think here. Are you excited for a Double Dragon Gaiden Rise of the Dragons to come out here this summer? A little upset, a little disappointed there's no online, but to know that's going to be coming out here eventually definitely makes it a lot better. So again, sound out down below. Let me know what you guys think here. Make sure you guys like this video if you choose to. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and make sure to turn on that bell notification to keep up with all things like this Chit Chat Gaming. And as always, guys, happy gaming.